Okay, so wait. So first off, is everybody good on that one? So here's 11.6. I want to go back one more time. Let me just rehash one more time real quick. So 11.6, number one, what we do is when we have one equation, because in a minute they're going to make them equivalent. Right now we have one easier equation, one harder equation. Right? The x, y, the last one we did, this is easier, this is harder. You start with the easier one, you get y alone, plug it into the harder one right there. Solve the harder one. And then we got our two answers. X is, well, right here we finished up. X is plus or minus root 7, plus or minus 1. And then we plugged all four of those in to get the y. So now, same kind of thing. See how the first equation's easier? This is the easier one. X plus y plus 2 equals 0. So what am I going to do with that easier equation? Don't I got to get one of the letters alone and plug into the other equation? Same kind of thing, right? So like I'll just jump both these guys over, for example. So I'll get x is minus y minus 2. Or you can get y alone. It doesn't really matter. Get x or y alone, whatever. And then plug that into the other equation. Tracking with me? So then the second equation, which is x squared, flickers off there, huh? So I'm going to take that whole thing and plug that in and plug that in. Boom and boom. Boom and boom. Plug those in. And then what do we get? So we get minus y minus 2 squared plus y squared is 4y minus y minus 2. Are you tracking with me? Just see how this went plugged in there? This got plugged in there? We good there? See how I solve for x in the first equation, plug it into the second. At this point I'm going to go dot, dot, dot. Okay, well, maybe I'll do one more step. This is, you got to write two of these, don't you? And this minus has got to distribute. So then this guy, you get y squared plus 2y plus 2y plus 4. Y squared plus y squared. Two y is 4y, 8y, 9y. 4 and 2 is 6. So can I go dot, dot, dot at that point? You know, get a zero, factor, blah, 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 right? On that one. Well, let me do one more step, because I know that one's hard to factor for people. 2y squared, what is it? Plus 9y plus 6? Let me do one step. Right? So everybody good to there? Everybody see what I did to there? So then, what do we do next? What would be the next step on this one? What do we do at this point next? Get a 0, right? Whenever you see what, everybody good with that game plan? You see higher powers, get a 0. First step is get a 0, right? So you want to add 4 to both sides. You can get 2y squared plus 9y plus 10 equals. Now, do you know how to factor that? Oh, first step, what's in common? No GCF. There's nothing in common. They don't all have there's no number that goes into 2, 9, and 10. They don't all have a y. We look for it, though. We always look for that first. It's not there. So we skip the 1 parenthesis step, go right under the 2, huh? There's nothing in common. So anyway, how do you factor? Remember FOIL? It's basically FOIL. The 2y here, y here to make 2y squared. Front times front, or first times first. And then last times last to make 10. What's that going to be? Probably 5 and 2. Can the 2 go there? You never have two numbers in the same parentheses that have anything in common. Do you remember that from factoring? Why? Why not? Because you could take a 2 out. Well, so what? Well, if you take 2 out, you could have taken 2 out in the beginning, but there was no GCF. So there can't be anything in common later. There wasn't in the beginning. I know I'm talking fast. I do assume you've had this before. I'm glad to go over it more thoroughly with you in office hours. But the 5 would go here and the 2 would go there, actually. How do they make 10? They do. Yeah, check it. So the main thing I can say to you, if you have any trouble factoring, and I know my daughters had all kinds of trouble factoring when they were doing pre-calc a year ago or so with this, just do it. You just got to FOIL it out, and you'll get better and better. 2y squared plus 4y, boom, boom, plus 5y plus 10. See, it's right. That's 9y. It's right. So you know it's right. So you can skip that. That was just all to double check. Then you know what to do from there. Set each one to 0, blah, 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 blah. Okay, now notice on number 6 that these are like terms. That's different. See, x squared, y squared, plain numbers. X squared, y squared, plain numbers. You all tracking with me? Those are all like terms. That is not the case in the other problems we've looked at. Look back here. See this one? Plain x, plain y. X squared, y squared. Not like terms, huh? Or this one right here. Plain x and y, x squared, y squared, not like terms. So this is the first one where we've had like terms. When you have like terms, it's easier to use the addition method. So let me show you one. It's not substitution. Jeffrey?
I was
say that.
About 2 minutes.
Exactly right. Yeah. So let me show you. So 7x squared minus 3y squared is negative 35. I'll move the 35 over to the other side. And 10x squared plus 2y squared is 27. So you line them up. First off, you get x squareds over x squareds, y squareds over y squareds, numbers over numbers. Right? They're like terms.
Couldn't you also move the 27 over to make...
You could. That'd be okay too. Yeah, so however you do it, line them up. Now, why am I going to use the addition method? Well, because they're like terms, which means they can add. You can only add like terms, huh? So if they were not like terms, I would not use the addition method, because I could never add them. That's why I didn't do it on the other problem. All right, remember how the addition method works? You've got to make the two x's or the two y's be the same number. One positive, one negative, really the opposites, so that when you add them, they'll cancel. Remember that from your algebra days? So what am I going to do? How about I do the y squareds? What can I make those y squareds both become? Make them both 6. Multiply the top by 2, the bottom by 3. So we get 14x squared minus 6y squared is minus 70. 30x squared plus 6y squared is 81. Add them up. See how the y squareds cancel? 44x squared is 11. See how nice that is? Now divide. Now you don't have any more y. Divide by 44. X squared is 1/4. What do you do to solve x squared is 1/4? Roof on the house. Don't forget up and down the ladder. Plus or minus a half. We've got 2 answers for x. Go back, plug those in. Where are you going to plug in? Either one. They're equally easy or hard. They're equal levels. One's not any easier than the other. So do you see the difference on that? Addition method when you've got like terms. If you don't have like terms, substitution method. All right, that was a lot of math. That's what I always say, I think. Okay, clickers are open. Click A for Apple. So what did we finish? We finished 11.4 and 11.6. Will be due on Thursday. And look at 12.1. We'll have a legitimate clicker quiz on 12.1 on Thursday. So call if you're one of the 3 people that having trouble with the clicker, call Turning Technology. Click today though; it still records your clicks. But call Turning Technologies. Let me know how that goes. Right. Yeah, I've got some more. They are. Yeah, no, this is the Monday through Thursday class, which is virtually the same, but it must be in there.
Adios.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Sharon. So I couldn't come to the exam last week because of family issues because my brother ended up having to go to the hospital because he kept throwing up. And so I had
That's
to
right.
take
You
him.
emailed me, right?
I emailed
yeah,
you.
Right.
And then on that same day you texted me, you sent me the message. I
Right.
didn't call. I forgot. And so I tried making an appointment. I tried doing a walk-in, and they said that walk-ins are only on Fridays.
Right. Yeah, you got to call in advance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so right. So okay. So what I can do? Let me see. I can send one over. See, they're open. What's today? Today is Tuesday. Yeah. So yeah, could you call them? You have that number?
Yeah, I have the number.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll send them one over for you, and if you take it, later today or tomorrow. Either way.
Yeah, I can do
fine.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're open 1 to 7. So 1 to 7 today or tomorrow.
Okay.
That sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Your brother
Thank you.
okay?
Yeah, he's fine now, but he just started, I don't know, he just kept throwing up and then he started spitting out blood. I think they think it might be ulcers.
That's scary.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, thank you.
For tutoring, what was your question again? You don't have to see Tim. Anybody, anytime you're in the tutoring center.
Yeah, because his timings doesn't match.
No problem. Yeah, just go in there anytime and just do your homework in there.
Yeah.
They have computers in there, and you'll get credit.
And the 12.1, so the clicker quiz is due Thursday. Because in the math answer it says it's due on Thursday.
I'm going to change it. Yeah, I thought we'd get through 12 but we didn't. So I'll fix it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can check. It'll take a minute.
Yeah, well, I kind of know the colors they want. So I have to go.
What's your last name?
Shower head, sink, toilet.
Do you have your? I don't see you on the list.
Yeah. I take pictures of everything and
Let's see. It shows some clickers that are unassigned. 696 FBC. Am I reading that right? 696 FBC.
Yes.
69
so I take
FBC.
it'll go in the little book. This is
696. 696.
I got a 95.
Yeah, I don't. FBC. No, I don't see yours. And one more. Okay, give me your full name one more time. Oh no, there you are. You switched your first and last name. Yeah, no, it got you. It just has you as Miriam as your last name. I was looking at V, but it's got switched. Yeah, it got your full credit, all that. It's all good.
We went to the tutoring
Yeah.
to just get some questions.
Trevino.
Yeah, she was like,
Oh, it's because I knew the graph behind the scenes. So it's all about if you know. Yeah, so you don't have to do that, you know. But yeah, I happen to know that's a really special one. That's a twisted hyperbola. So I looked at that and thought, okay, that's a couple of hyperbola wrenches. That's an ellipse. I thought, what do an ellipse and a wrench do? They intersect in 4 places. Or it could be that they miss and have no answers. Or they could barely nick and have 1, 2 answers, but probably they're gonna. Yeah, you don't have to do that, but that's an added bonus if you can kind of look at them and know what the two graphs are, because that's what we're really finding behind the scenes is the graphs when they hit. Uh-huh. So that wasn't too bad for your triage effort there. How'd the biology go?
94%.
Nice job. Excellent. Bio is hard. My daughter is taking it up at Clovis, and it's really hard. 11A, right? Or 11.
Yeah, 11A.
11A, yeah, that's what she's taking.
Biology.
Do you? Okay. Well, excellent. That's good. Yeah.
Like the day after the test.
Because on the ones where I was like, oh my god, I marked them. So I was like, so when I get it, if I got it right, then it was like a lot.
Yeah.
And if I did it, I was like, I know how and why. But yeah, there was some I was like, oh my god, like the first one. I mean, I got it, but when I first read it, it was